police then and then figured it all out.
Who hit Sam with a 2x4? What's her name?
They did put tape over his mouth. They did.
Who told you that?
My sister.
And when they put mouth over his, or when they tied him up, what did they do to him?
They beat him up.
And then,
They put him in the trunk of the car.
whose car?
Sam's.
And what did they do to clean up your house?
Oh, I guess they cut up the carpet. They had cut
Oh,
up.
yes.
They cut up the carpet.
Who did?
My sister.
And they put that in the car?
I guess. I really don't know. When I say I guess,
Did she tell you they did?
yes. I only talked to my sister. Yes. I only talked to Sue. I never talked
That's
to
fine. That's fine. And they put him in the trunk of the car, and they went where?
to see.
And then, what did they do in Siki?
They untied him,
And,
talked to him,
and
to give it to him.
how?
Oh, they shot him
With?
with a gun.
Whose?
I don't know.
What caliber?
I don't know. She didn't say who actually shot him.
But your sister was there.
No. She stayed at home.
Your sister
Well, you
did
said
not
they
go to
hadn't
Siki.
tied him.
Yeah. She said her and that girl went. Him, BJ and that girl went.
Vanessa claims that after Susan handed Sam the money, she went upstairs. Lakeisha then knocked Sam unconscious with a 2x4, and then she and BJ put Sam into his own vehicle and drove away. When Lakeisha and BJ arrived at the place they planned on killing Sam at, they pulled him out of the trunk and shot him 6 times. Then they put him back into the trunk, dropped him off at the cemetery, and then hid his car at an abandoned gas station. Now that they know what happened, the detectives get Susan to come back in for another interview while they hunt down Lakeisha and BJ.
You didn't want to talk with me anymore. You went out front, you had a chance to talk with your mama. You guys sent an officer to come get me because there is more that you want to talk about. Okay, so you do want to talk to me about this?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you told my mom.
The difference between a capital murder and the abuse of a corpse, there's a big difference between those two things. One's a misdemeanor and one's punishable by the death penalty.
Because what I'm getting ready to tell you, there's so much more.
I'm all ears, baby.
But I'm so afraid because I know that after that, everybody, I don't know. I'm scared for myself.
Okay, start at the beginning.
I want to. I'm looking at you in your eyes. I want to. Okay? I want to.
Susan explains that Vanessa started the fire in her own home so she could collect the insurance money. Vanessa then moved in with Susan and her husband and began paying for everything. Soon, she would run out of money, but then Sam informed her he took out a $750,000 life insurance policy for his child. Vanessa knew she would be in charge of the money if something happened to Sam, so she devised a plan with Susan, BJ, and Lakeisha to have Sam murdered.
This is so much better because I know she's gonna walk away.
Well, let me tell you, Susan, I'm glad you decided to come back in here because that's exactly what she set it up to be. That's why she was out of town. She was gonna stick you and EJ with this shit, and then she was gonna collect the money and be home free. That's why I told you earlier that I wish you would sit down with me and let me talk to you. That's exactly what she was planning on doing. Why else would she be out of town, Susan? So we couldn't prove that she had shit to do with it, and you and BJ and Keisha would be left holding the bag. So really, she wins. If you guys take Sam out, she gets the life insurance policy, which is $700,000, and her one witness to the arson is out of the picture now. You guys get blamed for the murder. She's in Mississippi. She's home free with the money and no arson hanging over her head. She wins, you lose. That's
So
what this is about.
Vanessa asked you to take care of Sam. Asked you and BJ to take care of Sam.
And told the neighbor across the street in the apartment complex that the gun they got from him was for Vanessa.
He knows we got the money from her. He knows her.
And so BJ bought the gun he used from the neighbor across the street. Who shot Sam?
BJ did it.
Who did BJ tell you shot Sam?
BJ said that he shot Sam.
BJ said he did it. And Keisha didn't do it. But she was there. Vanessa has basically told us everything that you told us. Except for the part that she wanted this to happen.
I swear.
How are you gonna feel when I go back in the room with Vanessa and tell her that I know that she planned Sam's murder and asked for it to happen? You gonna stand up?
What do you mean?
Is it true?
Yes, it's true.
Are you
Yes.
gonna be okay if you leave here?
No, I'm not gonna be okay. I'm scared. I don't trust anybody.
We'll talk about it. Let me go see.
I told you before.
And we're not just gonna.
The male detective leaves the room, and he goes back into the room that has Vanessa. His goal, at the very least, is to get Vanessa to admit that she knew about the plan to murder Sam.
We've talked to your sister, well, Sergeant and Detective Miller have. And her story is not the same as your story. So again, we're gonna start out with, are you sure you wanna stick with that story, or do you wanna tell us what happened? She told us that she called you while you were in Mississippi,
Right.
and you told her to go buy carpet.
You told her to cut up carpet.
Cut up the carpet. I didn't tell her to go. Yeah, I didn't tell anybody to go buy nothing.
So you told her to cut up the carpet
Right.
and get rid of it.
And this is because they're telling you the body's already gone.
Did you tell her where to get rid of it?
No. Nothing. I didn't have anything to do with any of that stuff.
You asked your sister to kill Sam. And you asked your sister to kill Sam while BJ was there. And your sister agreed to kill Sam. And your sister and BJ, and actually BJ wouldn't let your sister do it. So he did it. So explain to me why you asked your sister to kill your husband. Why you called Sam and said the checks are at the house, go on over, knowing that Sam was going to be killed when he went over there.
We were all sitting around talking.
So what did you ask Sue to do?
It was just me and Sue.
Okay.
I was just like, it'd be better if he wasn't here. I really told him I didn't want to be involved. I just told her. I was just like, that would be too stressful. It would just
So
be
you
too
didn't
stressful.
actually want to be involved. You wanted her to do it.
Well, she just said, I'll do it, I don't care, I'll do it, or whatever. And then, like you said, then she involved BJ because BJ,
Keeping her out of trouble. And you telling me the truth. What did she say she would do?
oh,
How did
yeah,
you
she
say-
did say she would shoot him.
She would shoot
She
you.
would shoot him.
You asked her to shoot.
I didn't ask her to shoot him.
Did you give her money to buy a gun?
I gave Sue money. I did give her money.
Or
A weapon, yes. I did give her money for the gun.
you sent Sam to your house under the guise of giving him money, knowing that they were ready to kill him.
Vanessa is left alone in the interrogation room while the police search for BJ. When they find him, he is brought back to the police department and interviewed by a detective.
I'm going to tell you that you have been implicated in this particular murder, okay? I want to talk to you about it.
That's great.
That's crazy?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
Why is that crazy?
Because I ain't got the guts to kill nobody.
You don't?
Camera, don't do it
Do you know
justice.
anybody who has
That's
the guts
okay,
to kill
because I'm
somebody?
gonna show you guys what it looks like in the daylight.
Okay.
Daylight.
Okay.
Okay, here comes the
That's
fun
really not in my
part.
blood to kill anybody. I'm already enough to.
What
Don't be
is she
like-
going to do that is
that's not in my blood
different
to do anything like that.
Mhm.
Okay.
to accent nails?
So you're telling me you got nothing to do with this?
Little
Okay.
sisters
Now,
here.
before you start going down that road,
Let's see.
I want to tell you that your common law wife, Sue, and her sister Vanessa, they've been down here talking for about the last 3.5 to 4 hours.
Yeah, I know. They probably
You know,
told me that
Okay.
they'll come down here.
they told us a story, okay? They told us a story about what happened last Wednesday night at the house, okay? Now tell me what you know about what happened at the house last Wednesday night.
Well, what I know, alright, Vanessa, she was in Mississippi.
Yes.
Okay. So, Sam supposed to came and got some money
Mm-hmm.
for an apartment.
Okay.
Okay. okay, I guess he got a hold of my wife 'cause I was downstairs playing pool.
Okay.
Me and my cousin Keisha.
Mm-hmm.
We was playing pool.
Mm-hmm.
She said Sam would be coming when he knocks, let him in and call me. I'll come down. We hear a knock. I say, who is it? He said, Sam. Open the door. He comes in.
Mm-hmm.
I say, baby. I say, Sam's down here.
Mm-hmm.
She comes down.
Now, when you said baby, who are you talking
Oh,
about?
Susan.
Susan.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's talking baby, wife.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I call Susan. She comes downstairs. She gives him an envelope.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's in the envelope. I don't know he's supposed to be getting an apartment.
Okay.
And so she gave him the envelope.
Oh,
And
okay,
at
that's
this
okay.
moment, he pours out.
That's okay. That's okay, because I was planning to do second row anyway.
Okay, but I don't know how much
It's just a
she
little
gave him.
piece.
He just said, okay, I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, sweating bullets. Shit.
And he left.
Mm-mm.
Has Vanessa
Always
ever
make
asked
sure
you to
you
kill
just
Sam?
pick up the one.
Has Vanessa ever asked Sue to kill Sam while you were present?
No. No, sir.
Just the one.
Did you shoot Sam?
No.
Get rid of the commercials.
No.
Did your cousin Keisha shoot Sam?
No. Not at all, sir.
Okay. Well,
Over the course of the next 3 hours, 4 different detectives would try and get BJ to confess. But no matter how hard they tried, BJ's story remained the same.
Now, why am I being under arrest?
Because
No,
you were the one who shot and killed
No,
Sam.
I didn't.
Okay. The question that we have, and I understand. I don't care if you talk to us. I really don't. I'm here to decide what to charge you with.
You can't charge me with I have
Dude.
done. No, good.
I can't.
I have not done nothing.
Really?
No.
Okay, hold on, I'm not asking you if you did it.
No,
I'm not asking you.
I don't care. I'm telling you like I'm telling you, I didn't do nothing. Sam bought me out of jail one time.
And you know what that tells me, BJ? Something horrible had to have happened to make you do what you did.
No, don't come in with that bullshit, man.
These women are not lying, baby.
How you know that?
All 3 of them told the same story.
How do you know
And
that?
tell me your story.
I told the dude my mom's story.
It don't match anybody else's.
I don't give a what they say. I know
Keisha, come in here.
Man, I don't give a fuck about them right now.
Hope you enjoy jail, son, because that's where you're going. Now, and I'm gonna tell you, look at me, because I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna charge you with. I'm gonna charge you with capital murder.
That's something I didn't even do.
Man, I hope they're gonna set him up. Ooh,
That's
terrible.
It's just wrong, ain't it?
y'all. All I'm saying, whatever they told y'all,
But the problem is, what you ain't understood yet, is the forensic
Did
evidence.
do it. He better start talking
Oh
because
my God! So you just keep that up. You learned well.
we're
You
just
learned
gonna
well. Sure you did.
throw the book
Keep
at
it
him.
up.
while they're in the front. You get
Hang with that story. Hang with that story.
Look how pretty! OMG. Look
I
how
enjoy losing.
pretty! OMG. Now I'm gonna do
Stand up, put your
this
hands right back.
side so that
Despite
can
never
match.
confessing,
Mm,
BJ was
oh,
arrested
so
and charged with capital
pretty!
murder.
Yes.
The police had
First
one
time I
more
did
person
this
to
one. I mean,
interrogate,
it's
and
so
that was
simple.
BJ's cousin Lakeisha.
You know,
So they asked her to come in for an
this
interview.
is like so
I mean, what can I say?
2010
Well, tell me the truth.
accent
What happened?
narrows.
I was playing pool. It was me,
Then I
BJ,
thought,
Sam.
wouldn't it be
Okay,
neat?
cool.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Anymore, 'cause I heard the knock.
Mhm.
'Cause it was
The
BJ's turn to
the
shoot.
camera,
Okay.
and because it's nighttime,
I
doesn't
opened
do
the
it
door.
justice.
And
This
I seen her
color
and I walked away.
It's like
I went back
an
to the
electric
table
dark
'cause it was my turn.
turquoise, but you're gonna
And then
see
Susie gave, I guess she gave him some lunch,
a
gave him
shorts
something.
with
Mhm,
these
she gave him
with
some
daylight,
he's-
so
I
that
heard
you
him
can see
talk. He
the
said something.
magnificence of the entire look.
And I looked,
Oui, c'est
and all I
magnifique.
remember was hearing
And
him
yeah,
yell.
I'm
When I
thinking
looked up, he was on the floor.
this one. I'm gonna do
That's
the
when he
line
hit
there,
the 2x4.
so it's like
I hit him.
meow, going in like this, like geese coming back from winter.
What made you want to hit him? Because, okay, this is how it started. Okay. They had said
That's how I
it
know
was
that
like
spring
he
is
was
here.
swimming,
and I always see them coming
I
back.
never seen them when they were talking about this. They
So
never
yeah,
tell
I'm
me
thinking,
whatever.
should
Blah,
I
blah,
mix
blah.
it up or
Okay,
because
whatever.
I'm thinking no, I'm
And
just gonna
then
match.
I was like,
I'm just gonna
well,
hand
whatever.
pick.
And then when he came in, what's a 2x4?
This is very ASMR for me, guys. So
He said something smart after
hopefully some of y'all
smart.
have the
I was like,
patience
what?
to watch this. If not, it's okay.
He said it again.
Come back anytime.
And all I heard was, I'll slap the shit out of you.
Who was he talking to?
I don't know. Oh, okay. He wasn't on the phone. Okay. When I looked up, he had like, his back was like this to me. So I was like, what? And then after that, I was like, oh no, you ain't finna talk crazy to me.
Because
But
these
he's
are
so
so
big, so I was
pretty.
scared.
It's
And I was
so
like, ugh. I was shaking. Then I hit him with a
so
board.
beige.
Okay. And then that was it. He went down. No, he started like going forward. He didn't go
When
down.
placing
He did not
glitter,
go down. Okay. He
I
just
highly
kinda, like,
recommend
went forward, and
that
was it.
if you don't mind trying it and seeing what happens,
And I left it alone. And then
for it to be uniform, instead of just starting from one end to the other, unless you're like really good at placing stuff,
and he was like, Sam, what's that sound? Why
you
you saying
could,
that? He
to
said,
make
"Don't
sure
kill
you
me,
do
don't
a
kill me,
straight
don't kill
line,
me, don't kill me."
start,
Oh my God.
because that's what I did here. You start on one end,
And I just froze for like
and then
few
you,
minutes. I was
like with your eye,
oh my God.
you figure out, okay, I'm gonna put it here,
Because he made
so
it
that will
right.
be the line,
That scared me.
point
All
A,
that other
point B,
stuff what they got going on,
and then
I don't know about.
those 2
And
points
you
will
put the
help
tape
you
on his
place
mouth?
the
Oh,
middle
yeah,
one.
after he said that's right,
And then
that's right.
between
So I'm
those
trying
2
to remember,
points, the A and the middle one, so it will be A, B, C.
This should be very
Then you can
vivid
like,
in your
it'll
mind
be easy for you to
because
place
you
the other ones
participated in
because
a
you have all these
that
between.
you haven't done this on a
Okay.
daily basis, that it would be hard for you to recall.
It works for
it's
me
just I have bad memory.
and
Okay,
it
you should be able
shall
to remember
work
this.
But I
for
was
you.
just
Oh, look how
replaying
pretty.
back that time.
Even that's
And
pretty.
then,
If you're
so he was
exhausted,
calling. He was
like,
hot. He's like,
I
no,
can't,
BJ,
I can't be
no,
bothered.
no. He's like, don't give me that. Because they make
Hey, you can just do
I
that
was like,
and
okay.
do
And
that,
then
do that, do
I
do
was
do that,
like,
do that,
I'm
and
gonna put some tape on his mouth.
you're
He's
done.
like, he
Look.
should. He's like,
Bing.
I didn't get loose. He's like, because he was gonna beat me. So I got
Ta-da!
scared. So I put the tape.
You know, I mean, that's pretty straight,
I couldn't do nothing else.
average.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
couldn't do nothing
it's
else.
good
Okay,
enough.
well, there's a little bit
All
more
right,
that you did.
and then
We
you
need to talk
continue,
about that.
Like what?
What happened
and
after
it's
you
all
got him all tied up
lovey-dovey.
and the tapes on his mouth?
He was putting in his trunk.
Who put him in his trunk?
Now, picking these can be a little bit challenging.
And then
I recommend that you do a few.
to the door. And then he was
As it starts drying out, it becomes much easier to pick them out.
and
And then after a while, when you feel like, okay, now it's too much, it's like
BJ
almost dry,
in his car,
that's when you put it back in.
behind
Give it a
in
good
Richard's
mix
car. And y'all went out to
so that it gets wet again.
Okay, and what happened when y'all got out there?
And so that this doesn't get like all clumpy and weird and nasty, because you will have to do the next hand, and then, you know, it can be like an issue. You'll be like standing there waiting for it to melt, and it's no fun. Okay, so
no, because I was like, why do I have to burn my clothes for?
Okay, so he burned his clothes and
parfait.
what were they saying? I mean,
They were just anxious, like, oh, money, you know, we're
Okay.
gonna get money, we're gonna get money. And I'm like,
Look how
okay, what money? And they
pretty.
just said insurance money.
Look, come on, guys, look how pretty. Oh mon dieu, c'est très, 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 très fini. Oh, so pretty. And then when you put it like this together, oh my god, they have party together. But now I'm feeling like this guy's gonna be all lonely. Oh no, what am I gonna do? I know what I'll do. Yes, 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 yes. Especially with the thumb, because the thumb is like, you know, what, the matriarch. Yes. You know, this one is not a finger, it's a thumb. This one's special. Yeah. So I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
But
It's gonna be so good.
When he came in
Let me finish this up because I'm getting excited. I'm
actually,
so
it wasn't.
excited.
it was.
And I
No,
just
but I'm
can't
just saying, I had
hide it.
it step by step, like what I told
I'm
you.
about to lose all viewers and I can't help it. Oh yeah.
In the end,
If I shut my
all four
mouth
people would be charged with murder.
and I do my
Prosecutors
work.
believe that
Oh
Vanessa
yes,
was a
so pretty.
mastermind
Okay,
behind
now
the
it's
murder.
getting like very
She was
thick,
able to convince the
as
other
I
three
said.
to kill Sam,
Okay,
promising them
so
large
take the
amounts of
time
cash.
to like
Lakeisha and Susan would accept the plea deal. In exchange for their testimony against
take away
Vanessa,
any dried up.
Lakeisha received 20 years, while Susan was
By the
given
way, this is one
25
of
years in
those.
prison. At
It's
Vanessa's
homemade.
trial, her story
Sometimes I
changed
use it to
again.
light
This
candles.
time,
You
she
know, the
claimed
ones
that
that
Sam asked her to
go
take his
like
life
really, really,
because
really
he
deep
wanted to
and you
provide
can't
for his
reach.
child.
So I like burn the
The
stick
jury
and then I
found
like
her
light up
story,
the
and she
candle.
was found guilty and sentenced to
And
75 years in prison.
but yeah,
BJ
if you
was the only
sharpen these
one who
guys
did
like
not
this,
implicate himself even
I mean,
under
I've had this
extreme
for
police interrogation.
like
BJ
10
took
years
his
now,
case all the
and
way to
it's
trial,
still
and due to the lack of
a good
evidence, the
size
jury
and
found him not guilty.
functional.
What are your thoughts on this case?
This is an
Do you
old
believe
file,
that
and
the
it's
White
become
House
my
attempted to set up BJ,
barbecue wood
or was he
stick
involved all along?
cleaner.
Share your
You
thoughts in
can
the
see
comments
all
below.
the wood residue. That's not nail stuff, okay? Like, I keep my stuff clean. Okay. So, anyway, enough of this criminology. Let's watch some Faith Evans. Faith Evans? What? Caroline. Judge Faith. What am I saying?
And told her that the dogs were killing our dog and she needed to come get her dog.
I understand
Mm.
that her dog died, but you know what? My dog died because of this situation as well.
So you think this is one big setup and she wanted her dog to get killed by your pit bull?
Oh, we are skipping that. We are not debating on breeds because most people won't like what I have to say,
So we are
and
not in a club or a bar. Talk about your case.
I'm not one of those who are like, bad breed, good breed. No, it's the owner. And bad breeding sometimes, and that's not always necessarily, you know, fighting dogs. You can breed bad dogs if they're a lap dog. So yeah. Check
And I'm like, hey, I'm here to get my money.
Lucky I'm a registered
Okay.
fighter.
We're
Leave the
gonna do
weapon in
row
the cage,
2.
and I can't do anything to him.
So row 2, you can always like put them next to each other. If you want a nice, tight, huggy kind of, yeah. This wasn't perfect. It wasn't great. But yeah, that's because I made that, you know, it picked up that extra glitter earlier, and I kind of just have to save it. But yeah, this is what I always do. I'm gonna show you. Let me put this closer. I hope this light is not like too bright for you guys. I'm sorry about that with the glitter. If I hold the nail like this, you can see that. So try to put it between 2 glitters. Oh,
Defendant Morris Cruz says he told Corey about the condition of the car,
so
but
when you
that
put
didn't
it
stop the
there
plaintiff from
between
snatching
these
the
2.
ride out of his front yard. He's countersuing for damages to a fence.
Ding.
Remain seated and come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge
It's
Faith
like-
Jenkins presiding.
In between to the left. In between to the left.
King versus Crew.
Thank you, Barbara.
In between to the left. All you gotta do
Mr.
is
King, you
between
claim
to
your
the
former
left.
friend sold you a car that doesn't work. You're suing him for $2,940 for the value of the car and other fees incurred as a result. Mr. Krug, you're saying you should have to pay the plaintiff anything because you sold the car as is. You state the defendant damaged your fence and that he's the one who owes you. You are countersuing him for $430. All right, Mr. King, how do you know the defendant?
You much prettier in person, to be honest with you, pretty.
Sir, we are not in the
Oh my
club or
gosh.
a bar. Talk about your case.
That's
Oh
that's
my
cool.
gosh.
Anyway, I met
I'm gonna see it.
in November the defendant. And,
Can't help it. She is really pretty. She's beautiful.
Well, I worked at LA Fitness. It's a gym we go to. And we just
They
talk,
just
you know,
can't
he kinda
help
schooled me sometimes. So I
themselves
called Moses.
sometimes.
And around December
Women too. I've seen
2013,
women
I
like
was
say,
having
"Oh my God,
parties.
you're so handsome."
And he told me he was selling the
You
car
are
for
such a
$800.
handsome man.
Had 38,000 miles, and all I needed was spark plugs. So
That sounds like a good deal.
yeah, great deal. I had to snatch that. I said I got to get it. I was having car trouble. So
Snatch.
nah, whatever, man.
Hold on a second.
But anyway, so I told him, yeah, I'm gonna give you a down payment on it just to hold the car because he was going around bragging, I got this car for $800. He got it from some dead lady he lived. He was going around the whole gym just, so I'm like, just be cool. I'm gonna get it from you. I need it. So I gave him $500 to hold
Sorry,
it.
I'm just checking.
And he held
Did
it.
you guys actually enter into a written agreement
Yeah,
about the car?
we signed I made him sign a
Probably
promise.
these-
Okay, you have a copy of
This
that?
live
Let me see
cam,
that.
it's really hard
So you agreed to
to
buy the car for
be
$800
precise with the.
from him. All right, and
Oh
this
my
is
gosh, I was trying to make it
this is the
smaller
original
and
agreement?
bigger.
Yup.
Hello. Yeah. Medium. Let's try to keep it medium.
Oh, okay. This how y'all do things in the Bronx, huh?
He did that. He wrote that up.
This is actually good because it has the date, the terms,
Right.
and the amount that you put down, and that you're gonna hold the car
Okay, I
until he
need to
pays you
like
the
check it
remainder.
real
Okay,
quick
so did you
for
eventually go
myself.
pick up
Sorry
the
guys.
car?
All right, check it out. Isn't that pretty?
And I went over there and got it.
What happened after you got the car?
Oh, mira, mira,
I'm
mira.
leaving his
Qué
his house. He stalled
bonito.
out on the side of the
Super
house.
lindo. Right.
Okay, what happens when the
Now,
car
what I was
stalls
gonna do
on the highway?
originally was
So I'm sitting in the car, I tried to crank it up probably about
do
3
accent
times.
nails.
The third time it wasn't even
And then like do different details, but then I just
It
thought,
was
no,
like
keep it
dead.
uniform,
There's a presumption that when you buy a car, it's as is. He didn't
two
make any
different colors,
warranties to you
but
about the
they
performance
are
of the car, right?
united in
No, what happened is you saw a
the
car,
pattern,
it was low mileage,
know?
it was $800, you decided to take a
So
chance.
pretty.
It looked
And
like
like I
a,
said,
it
I'm
looked like
gonna
a thing too.
show you guys on YouTube Shorts how this looks in daylight because the camera is not picking up the beauty of these colors combined. I don't know how you guys see it, but from what I'm seeing in my camera, you can't see that
I met him at the
this is a
sports bar.
gorgeous.
Before the car was even involved.
Probably a
I took
setup.
him
Oh, maybe
home
you
with
can a
me,
little bit there,
saw him in
turquoise.
my house,
Look at that.
and fed him dinner. I said, look.
And
I
it's
don't eat no
like
red meat. I don't
it,
eat no red
it's
meat.
got
I'ma
like
show you how to eat right.
a little bit
He
of
started saying, I never ate that.
green,
I don't eat that. I said, so
like a
when he said, oh, this
greenish
is good.
So you were trying to keep your
undertone.
body health
Right.
conscious.
Is this
That's
the one
a
now? Do I
electric
sound like the
turquoise.
guy
It's
trying to
really
rob
beautiful.
somebody I'ma bring to
So
my house?
nice.
Now, if I got
And
him
I
in
have
my
to get it
house,
off me.
you know, it wasn't once,
Get it off, get
it
it off,
wasn't
get it
twice,
off,
3
get
or
it
4 times. So now I wasn't even thinking about selling him no car because I know he didn't have no money. So what I did,
Right.
he heard
Now
me
for
saying
the
to somebody else that
matriarch.
they wanted the car. So he walked up to me, yo, I'm going home with you right now. I need a car. So that day he came to my house, drove the car.
How am I gonna
me and
do?
drove the
I
car
think I'm
around.
just gonna
Right.
mix.
Test drive the car.
This one should definitely be mixed.
So he says, I'm gonna get it on the
You
highway.
know,
I said,
like
you can't put it on the highway. The car's been sitting.
I think it'd be cool to have like
Where did you get the car
everything
from?
in one.
See the house?
Well, not everything. I mean, the blue is not there, but
That's why you ain't want to put it on the
That's
highway.
my
a
driveway.
line mixed
Hold on
with
a
these
second,
colors.
sir.
Ooh,
Where did you get
ooh, ooh. It's gonna be so nice.
I live on this side. So when they asked me, so the car's been sitting in the garage for 5 years.
So
So after 5
actually,
years, they're moving. They asked me to help them move.
I
They
will
give me that car. I
take
go, you
it.
gotta be kidding me.
Okay.
So when they drove it right to my yard, right where it's sitting now.
Never mind that.
I'm watching the football game. I get a phone call. Can you come help me? I said, who is this? This is Corey. I said, where you at? I'm on the highway. I got the car. I said, you took the car? You looked out the window. I said, you gotta be
Man,
kidding
I
me.
really
I
want
said,
a
you on your
lollipop.
own. The lady's place still on the
One of them
I stand the
Hold on a second.
strawberry
Hold on a second.
sour lollipop.
Hold on a second. He already paid for the car. He didn't steal the car. He
It'll be
owns the
so
car. He already paid for it. So what are you upset about?
He took the lady's place on the car. The dead lady's place is still on the car.
Time out, guys. Time out. You gotta take a time out.
Time the out.
Coming up
Out
on
the
Judge
time.
Faith. These two kings of New York can't keep calm in court.
Comes over my house. 4 thugs.
Oh, now you get it.
Banging on my door.
I came with my cousin.
Mix it up.
But this court is ruled by a queen.
You both want to leave?
And later, Judge
Okay.
Faith steps in the ring
Let's
to
see
teach
how
these two
I
litigants a
manage
lesson on playing
this.
fair.
Full grown man here. I'm not gonna sit here and
I wanted to
babysit
do
him.
it
If you want your
centered.
money, come get it. My daddy done taught
I was
me.
gonna do it like an arrow,
If you
Well, we're
make
all
a
here
deal,
now. Let's pay him. Let's do it.
you
but
snooze, right?
let's do dark at the tip.
Plaintiff Corey King says his former mentor sold him a car that turned out to be a lemon. But defendant Morris Crook claims Corey knew about the condition of the vehicle. He's countersuing for damages to a fence.
Did you give him the title to the car?
There. You see, you
Okay,
can
why was
use
there a
the
title?
art material to help you create lines. So there's one line, and there's the other line to be, and now I'm just gonna like put in the middle here and in the middle there, and then in between them, in the middle, every time, so that it starts creating that lovely straight line.
No, sir. That's not how it works.
No, sir,
That's
you
not how it works.
Bob.
I know the law in New York State. You can sell a car as is. That means you don't attest to its drivability, its wearability. You don't attest to how many miles on the car, but you have to have the authority to sell a car, and that means you have to have the title to sell the car. What's your counterclaim
Comes
about?
over my house with 4 thugs.
Oh, now you dead.
They banging on my door.
I came with my cousin.
They banging on my
I came with my cousin. I came with my cousin. That's all I
left upstairs in the up in the locker. My folder.
Man, I don't need 4 dogs.
With the pictures of them.
I need 4
I'm really trying to pick up that
Stop. I need to hear what he's saying.
My fence down
peach
and cursing at they told me
Wait,
tone
hold on a
glitter.
second. You said the plaintiff came over to your house with 4 thugs. He says cousins.
And I want to make
Go
it
ahead.
like, different.
and they ripped my fence down.
Random, but, balanced.
Did you witness that?
What?
Did you witness them
I'm looking
ripping
at
your
them.
fence
They
down?
saw
You
me
saw
on
that
the
for
phone
yourself.
So I got one here,
Did the police
and
respond?
I'm going to put one there.
When the police responded, did they write a
Balance
police
it
report?
out.
No.
You're just trying to scrape up some money. That's all you're trying to do.
I'm
The
retired.
bottom line here is this.
I guess
Retired worker. 27 years.
I'm
I'm
ruling.
retired.
Stop
You see how I
talking.
live? Come on.
Stop
You see how I
speaking.
get that? You the one
Live
stop.
regular.
Yo, like I said,
Hey,
I'm
stop.
sorry.
Pause. Stop. Just stop. Okay?
Stop
First of
in
all,
the
you said that you
name
were a
of
mentor to him
before
and that you have invited him over to your house.
Think it
You
over.
tried to be a
That's a
good
little bit
influence
scary.
on him,
What was
and
she
now
thinking
you
when
guys
she
are in
said
court
think it
acting
over?
like this, and I hate to
Think
see
it
that because
over
it's really
before
sad.
I break
You are a
your
young man, I understand
window.
what you're
Think
saying.
it
This is the
over
first
before
time
I
that you bought a car.
sick my
He sold
brothers
you the
on
car
you.
as
Think
is.
it
That
over.
means you accepted the car as is. He
Cut
made no warranties
your
about how the car would drive and how it would function.
salary.
In
What?
terms of your counterclaim for damages to your fence, you have not
But I
submitted
guess they were more
sufficient proof
polite in
here
those days.
today.
Please
Do not interrupt while I'm ruling.
think it over.
You have not submitted sufficient
Look
proof
how
today
pretty
to
it's
show that
starting
he's the
to
one
look.
that damaged that fence and made it happen. If you wanted proof, if you wanted to
Random.
submit proof, you would have called the police and
So
kept a police
pretty.
report because you have no evidence that it was him that damaged the fence.
Okay,
Let me finish. Well then, when he's not paying for the fence.
He's just coming being
Sir,
incarcerated. Did not
let
do
me
that.
If I
finish.
had to arrest you, I would have did it. I would have done it.
Trying to keep it straight. I'm going out, so I got to do
You
it.
both want to leave?
I don't know.
Although you sold the car as is, in your state, you
So
have to have the
gorgeous
authority
this
to sell a car,
is.
which means
I've never
you
seen it
have
being
to
sold
have
again.
a
I've had this
title
for
to sell a
it's
car.
OPI.
And when you have a title, it is
And it was
presumed
like,
you have authority. You
was
don't
it
have a title. You're coming here telling me you got this
I
car
want to
from your neighbor.
say,
All I know, it could be stolen. I don't
I
know that.
want to say,
So my verdict in this case, you're
2013.
going to have to pay him $800 for
14.
the car. Give him a refund
No,
because he can't do
maybe
anything without a
2012,
title. A car without a title is
yeah.
a paperweight. It's not a car. He
And
can't
it
do
was like
anything
the
with
winter
it. $800
collection.
verdict for the plaintiff.
Please, OPI, can't you do it again? The Living Daylights, HLD 15. My God, this is so
Terry
gorgeous.
Cooney and his wife Connie
And
said they
look,
were big fans of the defendant until they sold
it's
him
so
a decal
old that,
cutter, and he tried to
yes,
fall
I'm
and
still
stop them
using
out
it.
of their final payment. Professional MMA fighter
Luckily,
defendant Tim Easton
the
says
formula
he's
is
already
still
paid half, and he doesn't know the rest
okay.
because the plaintiffs have committed a
But
friendship
like,
vow,
it's
giving
supposed
him
to
a
be
decal cutter
transparent,
that
but it's
doesn't
got
have
like a
all his
little
teeth.
peachy
Mr. Cooney, you are suing your
tone.
former friend,
And
the
I think it's
defendant,
because
for $375
of
for the
like
remaining balance on a
the
decal
glitters
cutter
being
you say
in
you
the
sold to him.
for so long.
Mr. Easton, you say the deal was incomplete, so you owe the plaintiff
So
nothing.
yeah,
I'll hear from you first, Mr. Cooney. What's going on?
I am not giving this baby up.
At a sports bar, 'cause my wife and I are big MMA fans.
Nowadays, I might as well
Okay,
make my
what's
own
MMA?
arts.
Can you just explain me? I have no idea
Mixed martial arts
about MMA.
is Muay Thai, grappling, wrestling, any kind of martial art, and it's all mixed. You're locked in a cage, and you get to beat the crap out of each other.
Oh, okay. So that's why I don't watch it. All right. All right.
And we were watching the fight.
Is this your wife?
Yes, my wife
Okay.
Connie. And we were watching the fight, and Tim approached us and said that he was an up-and-coming fighter, and we attended one of his fights. We were hooked because it was live action.
Oh, I think we have some video of you
Yes.
actually fighting, right?
Live
So let's look
action.
at that.
I'm the one beating the crap out of the guy on the bottom. Right here,
Oh.
he actually had me in a guillotine locked in. I picked him up and walked him across the cage and
Why
slammed
do
him.
you? Why does one get involved in something like this? It looks like
It's my happy
it
medium, Your Honor.
hurts.
It's my
Okay.
escape. It's my happy place, you know. If not, I'll be doing it on the streets.
It's because
I get in trouble doing
like
it
some
that,
people
so if
like
I do it this
to
way,
hide that part of
you
human,
actually get popular this way.
How
It's
long
kinda
have you been
crazy.
doing this?
but
I've been
if
doing this about 6
necessary, you
years.
need to know how to
I've
fight.
wrestled my whole life.
Okay.
I wrestled for about
And
25 years. I've
fighting
been
is an
doing this for about
art.
6 years now.
Have you ever
So
had any serious
yeah,
injuries?
Oh,
you
yeah,
won't
my
see
hands
me
were before.
on the
I've had
debating
that
side
part of
saying
this,
it's
just part of the game.
vulgar,
Do you make a fair amount of money?
it's
doing
wrong.
this? So you get paid for every fight?
I have a clothing line too with
No,
it, so
it's an art.
I've just I've kind of
You need
transitioned that
technique.
into making
You
money
need to
too. And now
strategize.
I'm a pro, so I make pretty good money at that, and with my
I think the mind games
models and
people
all that
play
stuff there,
nowadays,
it's enough to make a
bureaucracy
living
and
now.
all that stuff is even
Okay, that's interesting.
worse.
Coming up on
So,
Judge Faith,
yeah.
the rules of court get clarified.
Whatever rocks
I'm not
people's
gonna babysit
boats.
him. We're full-grown men
You know,
here.
some people
Either
get
come
turned
get your
on
money or you don't want it.
with
One will get
manipulation.
it on his own time, and that's that.
When
You
you owe
know,
someone money,
how much
you
can I
can't
lie?
pick
How much
and
can I get away
choose
with?
Who you want to pay and who gets stiff.
I think that's why some of us, or a lot of us, yeah,
MMA
like
fans Darren Cooney and his wife
the
Connie are suing the
psychological
defendant for the remaining
programs,
balance on a decal cutter. Defendant
criminology. I like
sold him a
watching
decal
criminology
cutter, but not
because
the
I like to
software run
understand,
it, so he's refusing
one,
to
how
pay the
people
balance.
think, why,
Back to the case.
their
You
reasons,
sold the
and
defendant a decal cutter.
Yes.
Did you put the
how
agreement in
things
writing?
affect
No,
the
it
human
was verbal, Your Honor.
mind.
And what were the terms of the agreement?
The terms
Sometimes
were sold for
there's, like,
$750.
Sense
Tim paid me
of,
$375 cash and said that we'd
not
have a
sense, I
balance
mean,
within a couple of
sometimes
weeks
you
after
can
I
make
killed
sense
Tim
of
Morris.
something,
But in the meantime, you
and
gave him the
sometimes
decal
things
cutter?
That's
happen
correct. I drove it from my house to his. I
with
set it up
no,
for him.
with
Oh, is this the decal
absolutely
cutter?
no
Yes, it is.
reason,
Okay,
no
so, and what does
logic,
this do?
nothing.
It makes and cuts decals, and then you can put
So, yeah.
decals on various, like, posters or t-shirts?
Or cars or
Oh, okay.
store windows through lettering and
Why do you
Something
look
is
so
not bad.
why are you shaking
It's
your head?
bad if you're
Because
using
I
it for
didn't
the
agree
wrong
to the
thing.
agreement with him.
But trust me, when somebody's like threatening you and you do,
Sell
and
the decal
somebody
cutter?
is trying to help you, trying to save you,
Okay, all right.
Because I looked it up on the
you'll be
internet.
very, very
It was
happy
stated
that it's a
if
MMA
it was
fighter
sold for $1,800 on Craigslist.
Wow.
or someone who
How
can
much did you pay
do
for it?
it was
jujitsu,
about $2,800 brand new.
And
taekwondo,
how long have you had
karate,
it?
About it was
can
used for 4
throw a
months
good
and it was in
left
store.
hook.
Wow, it was almost brand new.
You
Yes.
know?
It was
Not
almost
everything
brand new, but it was
is
missing the
solved
brain.
with dialogue, you see.
Great
Like,
deal. Is there any particular reason why you
please,
sold
sir,
it to him
put
for
the stick
$750?
down.
Do you agree that
No,
it was $750?
Mr. Sir is gonna like kick your ass with
I
it.
just wanted
So,
to
yeah,
get, go to a good home.
you wanna
get some
know
use
how
out
to
of
fight.
You
it.
were a fan.
Okay.
I was a fan, and I wanted
What
to
do we
help
think,
so I
my
for a
sweethearts?
very, very fair
I
price.
think
Okay, and
this
how
is
does the decal cutter work?
nice.
Do you need any particular software to
This
use
is
it?
so
What do you need?
V.
Needs an
Those of you who
operating
were
system
born
and
like,
something like Corel
you know,
Draw 10
like
to
my
input the
generation, you know,
program
like
and tell the
80s,
cutter
we were
what to
like,
do.
Okay, and did you sell
as soon
all
as
of
the
that to
series
him or
started,
just the decal cutter
Just
by
the
itself?
details. It
we
was
would
sold
like
as is.
run
And that was the agreement between the two of you?
home
And you say that wasn't
immediately
the
to
agreement.
watch
What?
The
V.
agreement was he was supposed to give me
You
the
know?
software for it. He never
And
showed up. He
if
disappeared
anyone
out
knows
of the blue. He
what
was
the
gone for
series
like
was,
8 months.
they will
I didn't even know where
understand
he
that
was.
this is so cool.
I never did
This
get the
would
software.
so
I
be
ended up buying the
Diana's
software myself, which was
manicure
was
on
online.
her
Do you have proof or receipt that you bought the
reptilian,
software?
gorgeous.
It's almost
I
been
think
a
she
year and a
always
half
had
since
like
it's
red
happened.
nails,
So I didn't
like
think none of this would
claw-like
happen.
nails.
He wouldn't show up. I
Sangre
would get
cuajada de
reports and
primera
just pay
división,
him.
la que
He wouldn't come
toma
to his
Diana
body.
para hacer la digestión.
He texted
Vive en
me
un
a month
planeta
after I
muy
sold
cerca
it.
de
He
aquí.
said, hey, I have
Tu
the money.
comida
Send money.
preferida
I
eres
said,
tú.
when I return
Diana
stateside,
quiere
I'll
said,
contact.
de la tierra, pero Jonathan y Julie la mandan a la mierda. Ve.
I tried calling him on his cell phone.
Anyway,
No answer.
sorry, I just
One day he shows up at my
sleep,
house
got
unannounced,
excited there.
and you don't show up at my house unannounced.
You got a little show there too.
Wrestling
Okay.
fighter, leave the weapon in the
Anyway,
cage, and I can't
I
do anything to him
think.
because you just
That's
don't show
right.
up at my
Should
house.
I? I think I don't want to, but I should because it's so pretty.
Exactly. So
Imagine
keep
this
repeatedly saying that you're going to make these payments.
double.
You're going to pay him.
Your Honor, let
But
me
why are you doing that? And you say he can sell you the complete
It's so
deal,
pretty.
which was the software and the cutter.
I think so.
Not
Yes.
the deal.
Yeah,
because
I'm
I
gonna do
believe in
it.
karma. And I was just, the deal was the deal,
Let's
right?
do it.
Let's see, the deal was he was supposed to have that too, correct?
Oh
Did
my
you
gosh,
agree to give him
toxic.
software?
Oh,
Okay,
my
so
windows
there
are
you go.
open.
One person's word against another, but I have you saying that you're going to pay
Don't forget, guys, always leave your windows open.
even
People are
the
not used to this stuff. They just like do nails
but I
with
have
like
you
people
repeatedly
around
agreeing
and
to pay him the complete $750.
Yes, yes,
So
at
I
the
don't.
beginning.
So
really
your
stinky,
defense
so-
here is
But that's
your
not.
defense
do
here
yourself a
doesn't
favor
make a lot
and
of sense.
open
See, here's the
windows.
thing.
It's good for
I
you.
then told him, you know what, my word,
If
you come
it's
back next weekend, I'll
extremely
make a payment for you,
crazy
$100 each.
humid, like you're in a
Weekend,
very,
we're
very
full grown men
humid
here. I'm not gonna sit here and babysit
environment,
you. If you want your money, come get it. My dad ain't
maybe
gonna
not
top
so
me.
much, or at least put on a heater
Well,
Make a
we're
deal.
if it's
down.
cold and
Let's
humid
do it.
because
You snooze,
humidity can affect actually how, in my experience, how a polish dries. Come on, baby.
And now, Judge
Do
Faith.
you believe in love?
When you owe someone
Is that
money,
what
you
you say about
can't
it?
pick and choose who you want to pay and who gets stiffed. And instead you have to
Well,
pay
that's
them back.
nice.
You say you're grown men here, but
That's
grown
very
men take care of
interesting.
their responsibilities and pay.
Hopefully it's a YouTube thing. I had one like. Can you believe it? One like. And I was like, oh, how nice. One like. And now it's 0 likes. Haters. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care. So, anyway, someone's gonna watch this in the future and they're gonna like it. So it's all good. It's alright. It's just, it hurt my feelings for a second. Anyway, that's life, you know.
Being able to sing
It's a
high
delayed,
notes with
like,
lots
it's
of power
fine.
and without any straining hoarseness is
Oh my
not some kind of
god, she's
natural talent that you
promoting
need. This is actually a skill that
vocals.
you can learn. Now, you might be stressing
Oh no,
about
I
singing
picked
the
up.
high notes. I know that's definitely something I experienced at the beginning of my vocal journey. Anytime a high note would come up in a song, I would already start thinking about it there.
Well, I have one viewer. Yay! Welcome. Thank you.
Would lead to
I
hoarseness
think
or
I know
tension
who
or
it is.
irritation. We don't
And
wanna
if it's
have
not,
that.
then
What we do
thank you for
instead
watching.
is
Welcome.
develop and master the mixed voice. Why? Because
Come
the
on,
mixed
baby.
voice
Don't
blends
put
the
this
two
to
worlds
me.
of chest and head together.
Oh.
So your chest voice is basically singing with power, and
Yeah.
voice
Chest
register will
voice.
help you sing high notes. So when you combine both of those, singing high notes with power, that's where you get the magic of mixed voice, and that's what allows you to sing high notes easily without any tension or straining. And this is exactly what I teach you in my upcoming free training called Singing High Notes Easily. So click the link down below
How
to
cute
join
and
us.
to
It's
the
totally
point,
free.
like
And this is the
singing
process
high notes
that I will
easily.
walk you through how you can master that mixed voice. Because if you don't and you keep relying on either your chest or your head voice, then you will have a big and bold sound, but it might become a little bit tense and strained when you're going up high if you're only focused on your chest voice. Or if you're only focused on your head voice, you might be able to sing those high notes, but it will not sound with that powerful sound. So you need to have a blend of both. And that's exactly what you learn in the upcoming free training. So click the link
2
down
rows,
below,
looking
and I'll see
good,
you there.
looking good.
Talk soon.
Things are moving a little bit. But that's okay.
Today on Judge
I
Faith.
fix it. Oh mon Dieu, c'est magnifique. Oh, love it.
What happened to your $5,000, sir?
Okay.
I wish I knew. So we buy the phones. Now, I go out
Who is
there
we, sir?
myself. I file fine.
Myself.
You all do know that I was a former DA and a prosecutor, right? You're bringing this case in from a former DA?
And later, tensions
Like,
are high.
you know
as
I know my
landlord-tenant
shit, right?
relationship turns into a living
Oh no.
nightmare.
I hope
Forced himself
I
on the door frame at one point.
don't
Screaming at
upset
me
the
in
YouTube
rage,
because,
Swig had said to me
you
this
know,
was
I
not my
watch okay and
You have to go.
Okay.
first half hours you can't curse or anything, I think.
Began when she graduated
I
first
think
in her law
they
school
get
class. She quickly became a tough New York
demonetized.
City prosecutor, and then a preeminent legal analyst
Yeah.
on cable news. And now
If
she's
you do
the
it before
judge in her
the
own
first 30
courtroom.
minutes,
Her cases
I don't
are
know if
big,
that's
and her
like
rulings are
still a
final.
thing.
She is Judge Faith.
But yeah,
Fahid
you know, rules
Agazari
are
and
changing all the
Sharif Fazli
time.
say that con them and are suing
And I mean,
for the return of $5,000.
you hear the stuff that people say on the net nowadays.
Defendant Caleb Estrada
I
says
think
he
the
didn't
S
understand
word
the deal, and he
is
lost his
not
money too.
that bad. I've heard a worse
Remain
things.
seated and come to
Yes.
order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins
Okay, it's
presiding.
looking a little bit messy, but then once I put the top coat, it's gonna glaze it and it's gonna be very smooth and pretty. It's gonna look like glittery stones underwater. I love that part when you
Okay,
like
Mr. El Ghazari,
put top
you
coat
and
on
your
top.
co-plaintiff, Mr.
It's
Fawzi,
so
are suing the
pretty.
defendant, Caleb
Oh,
Estrada,
so
for
pretty.
$5,000
It's
for the
so
return of money you
shiny
say
and
he kept in exchange
lovely
for an
and
item
gay.
or transaction you were involved in with the defendant?
Yes, I said gay.
Okay. How do you know the
It looks very happy.
used to work for a dealership a few years
I
back.
use the
And
old
Caleb Estrada
English
used to have a
sometimes.
detail company that used
I
to
was
get
in my
some cars.
room earlier
Few years down the
today
line, to be
and
exact, it was
I was
April
watching
21st,
another
2014. Hanging
Judge
out with some
Faith
mutual friends,
episode,
and that he happened to know them as well.
and
When he came over, he was saying, "I can get you
it
really
was a
good
man who
iPhones
was
for such a
like,
good deal.
you know,
If you
supposedly
spend a little bit of money, I
didn't
can
do
get him
what they
down
were
to
saying he
60 a
did,
phone." You know,
Your Honor, can we go
and
back?
Sure.
My
I was
buddy,
like,
the- our
thou
mutual friend,
dost.
and he said, "Hey,
What
Caleb,
was it
how
I
do we
said?
get into that?" So,
Because
Okay,
I
what
like
do you say
period
knew what you were
movies
doing?
as
What do you
well. I
mean?
like to watch
as
all
far
these
as the iPhone
old
business,
Victorian
buy
and
them at a wholesale price.
tutor type of movies.
Okay.
Now,
Uh,
you could go to China,
thou
Pakistan, Africa,
thus
you know.
protest
People
or
pay
something like
higher
that.
for these type of phones overseas.
So
We meet
yeah,
this mutual friend. He gives me a call. He's like, "Hey, I have somebody that's
if you're
interested
saying like
in
weirdo,
investing."
thank you very much.
it wasn't an investment, Your Honor. It's a
And
transaction. I basically
I'm
gave him
not
a set
fun
amount
with
for a set amount of phones.
What was the
Because-
conversation
because-
you had with
why?
the defendant
Because?
about this transaction?
He was like, "If you
Because
put a good amount down,
me.
I can get you phones for
What's a good amount?
I
$5,000."
say and I
$5,000,
do what I
you can
want
get
to
phones at
do
$260
when
a
I
phone.
can.
And
So I put
and sell them for
$2,500.
what kind of?
It's
You
an
know,
iPhone 5S, the brand new sealed iPhone 5Ss.
Okay.
Now I was
So,
supposed to get 19
course,
phones.
there's a
for
time and
let's say
place for everything.
$5,000.
You know, you're not just gonna
and
say
for
whatever
19 phones, you were
in
going
an
to sell them at
interview
what kind of
or
profit?
Well, I mean, I already know how much you can make. I mean, the
in a
phones go for
professional
retail
setting.
six-
But
But I
you
asked
know,
you how much
I'm
you were
just
making profit.
having
You said
fun
you didn't
being
know. I'm
me.
asking you.
And I
wrote down your
hope
profit.
you're having fun
Plan
with
on
me.
making what
And
you
if
want.
you
I
are,
had a text message
please
saying he made
like and
30,000.
subscribe. That
Tell
reminds
me how
me.
you make $20,000 to
So
$30,000
yeah, so we
profit
can
on
hang
19
out more.
phones.
This is looking weird. I shouldn't have sang that Diana song.
Who are you planning on selling these phones to?
Maybe
I
I
didn't have a
sang
plan of who I
too
was gonna sell to.
soon.
Yeah, I don't know if I was gonna post
Why
them on
did-
eBay. If I had a friend that I was gonna sell them to.
I don't know, I'm
I was
tripping.
just trying to.
Uh,
I didn't know. I didn't have a
So
plan.
Look at this, it's looking a little bit skinny on the side. I don't know. What do you think, mon chéri?
On who and when
It's
and
not-
where phones to, but
Oh,
you're
who
gonna make
cares?
$20,000.
Eventually, when I sell them, yeah.
You all
That
do
is
know that I was a
pretty
former DA
good.
and prosecutor,
V
right? You're
for
bringing this case in from a former
victory.
DA.
Yes.
Somebody better start telling me the
Look at
truth about what's
Pretty.
going on here with these iPhones. You don't make $20,000 on 19 iPhones.
Did I explain that?
I'm not, no, I wanna go back to, because you said you gave him $5,000 cash. When did you do that?
She's like, I'm not down with bullshit. I've had enough. I'm a judge. Studied my ass off.
There, he told me, basically told me, he's like, give me the
I'm
money.
not
I'm
sitting
gonna
here
go pay
listening
him
to
back.
this crap.
So, wait, so you're in the business, I'm not asking you anything.
Trying to
He's
feed
in the
me
business
and
of
tell me
buying
that it's
iPhones
ice
wholesale.
cream.
Yes.
I don't
You don't
think
go
so,
to
man.
his business
Well,
to
that,
give him
I
$5,000.
did. I did. He didn't
want me to. Due to
Okay,
security
I
measures saying they
think.
don't want people knowing that there's so many iPhones available at the store.
They don't want what people to know.
I don't know. That's what, according to him, he doesn't want people
People
that
to
Sir,
know.
you're giving him $5,000.
Yes, that's why I'm
True.
That's why I told him to go. I can't give you the money right then and there, and we almost
Okay.
didn't do the deal. He's
No,
not- he's
it's
like,
pretty
you know
good.
what?
It's pretty good.
I wanna
I
make
think
some
it's
money
pretty
too.
good. There's
Just
some
you
weird.
can follow me there. Just wait around the corner.
Okay.
That way nobody knows you're coming.
Sorry, guys. Sorry about that.
Boulevard. I think it was like on.
Sorry.
He tells you,
Now
wait
I'm
around the
gonna
corner
top code
because
it
I don't want these people
because
to know.
I really don't want it to like. I don't want anything to fall, and I have to like add.
Business transaction.
It says
And it's gonna be like all clumpy and extra bumps. So for now,
Where were you when you gave him the $5,000 cash?
Right outside on the
look
corner
how
of the
pretty. Okay, check this out, guys. Look at this
Coming up on Judge
beautiful.
Faith.
These guys have been robbed before.
Who are these
Look at
guys?
that.
These guys are the
See what I mean?
Who are they?
Diamonds underwater. See? It can look a little bit like, but then the top coat, the final look is like, oh my god, is that real? Oui. It's so real. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. I need to put top coat on these ones
Plaintiffs
also.
Ahmed Al-Ghazari and Sharif Azi are suing their former friend for $5,000 for the loss
Definitely
of
don't want
19
these to fall
iPhones.
off.
Defendant Caleb Estrada says they made an investment.
What did he tell you about the transaction?
He told me how much he can get the phones for and
Oh,
what
yeah,
Caleb
so
was saying. And I actually used to sell phones before.
So,
Where were the phones coming from?
pretty.
From Caleb,
Might just leave it like so. Okay.
The store that he told
But-
you he didn't want you to go to because he didn't want the people to see you at the store. Why couldn't the people that where you work
They will
at see
come
you
off in
playing?
like 2 days. Which is fine. I don't mind. Which is fine. I don't mind. Because you really blow my mind. Hey! Yeah. Ooh. Should I go to the discotheque? Discotheque? Who says that? No one, Caroline. You're like, ancient! Anyway. Yes, you're right. You caught me. You caught me. Yes, I'm not down with the lingo. Ooh, can't see. Oh, look at that. Oh, so pretty.
Who are these guys?
Oh, stop.
I buy phones from. Okay, now
Who are they?
Who are they?
the people.
Is it a friend of theirs? Who are they? Oh,
You just
yes.
shell out
Hold on.
$12,000 to people
Let's do
who buy
catwalk.
phones.
Well, I feel so pretty. Hi, and I'm going to say hi to my friends. More and more and more, and then it's too bad. That's the first song that came to mind. Sorry. So, anyway. Oh, yes. Guys, what do you think? I like it. Me like. So I'm gonna do the same thing with this hand. Oh, scheiße. Was ist das? Oh. Good thing I didn't put top coat yet. I will smooth it out with the top coat, and then it will be lovely and undetectable.
What happened to your $5,000?
Anyway, oh yeah, this was gonna be one of these. I was gonna do glitz here,
You drove off. You never saw your $5,000.
and then glitz. I think it was there. And then these two. That's why, like, they're in different fingers. You know, I did these two together here. Rock and roll. But
Are you talking to me?
these were gonna be like this together. So it would be like creating a V.
I don't have the answer to it. Do you
So I
understand?
guess what I was thinking of what to do here kind of inspired what I did here. So yeah, it's gonna be two lines going this way, and then this one, 2 lines going that way, creating
What did you do with the money?
that look. It will be a V together.
I go off
Yes,
road
we, sir.
myself.
So,
I buy the
yeah,
song.
I'm gonna do that off the line,
I pretty much
off
we're
the
done.
live.
And I'm like, hey, okay.
Can
my
somebody
buyer's
like
ready
write
for me in
something
Orange County.
down?
I'm gonna show over there now.
Who's your buyer?
Again, he's a
No?
private person.
Okay,
This guy,
55
this
minutes.
is what he does. This is
Oh
his
my
business.
god,
So this
it's
is
gonna
what he
be
does.
like
So I
uploading
go there,
for
and
3
I'm like,
days and a
hey,
half. Anyway,
have
I
the
think
phone.
that's enough.
Nothing happens that
I
day.
shall be posting the results on short so you guys can like get a good look at how it's looking, the final look.
2 weeks later, he's always
And of course I'll put cream and stuff so you won't have to see my crusty, dried
My only question to you is
hands.
who stole the
Watching, thanks for being here. For those that were, appreciate you, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Those of you who watch it later, take care now. Have a
Because
good
you wrote in your answer that you would never be involved in a scam because you have a family member who's in law enforcement. Well, you know what? He does not have to go far to look for his next case. All he has to do is call you. Case is dismissed. You got
Oh, I still have to figure out how to do this. Oh, someone came on. Thanks for watching. I'm finishing the live now. Thank you so much. It's 56 minutes, so bye. Oh, the X. Right.